Hi Flosstube, it's Jeannie again, and I am back with an update. I can't remember what number Flosstube this is, or the last time I did one. It's probably been a while, but I had enough stuff I felt like I could go ahead and make a video. And so today I have a finish, I have WIPS, I have some needle minders that I've made, I have some haul, and I have some plans, some that are cross stitch and some that are embroidery related, and so I thought I would show you that. So we'll start off with my finish, and here it is. It's just this little pushing cat that I did, and this was a kit, which I've shown the kit before. I think it was in my last video. And this, there's a date on here, I hope you can see that, that says 10/20, or 10/20/20, and there's a little, this is probably some kind of a stitch, maybe an eyelet stitch, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's how I personalized it, because this is for my daughter, and we had a litter of kittens, or she took in a stray cat that had a litter of kittens, and that's their birthday. It was October 20th of 2020, and so, and they're mostly all, there are two that are solid gray, one that's gray, white, and orange, and then the other three were gray and white. So I made Pushing's little paws white, and in fact, we have two of the kittens. I may let them in here to show them to you because they're super cute, but my gosh, they get into everything. So I haven't stitched very much, clearly, because they love my thread and everything, and they're 5 months old now. So anyway, but this I made for my daughter, and then I did get this little frame to put it in at Hobby Lobby. I think it'll be really cute. I just haven't had a chance to cut it down. I decided I got it all ready to go in there, and then I decided I wanted to iron some interfacing on the back, just so it would, you know, you wouldn't really see the cardboard backing through. But this is a little 3x3 frame, and it's kind of that same kind of gray suede that I thought would look really nice with the little cat. And she said, I asked her how she wanted me to finish it, and she said she wanted it in a frame. So I got this at Hobby Lobby, but it was 50% off. So it was, I think it was like $12.99, but you know, 50% off of that. So about $6-ish. Then, so that is my only finish. Let me move on to my WIPS. I'm back to using the Tiny Decisions app on my phone so that I can decide what to work on, because I was really kind of in a bit of a rut on what I wanted to work on. I have one thing, that thing on the bottom of my pile here. This is a gift that does have timing where it needs to be done, but the rest of it, I'm just like, I'm not really sure what I want to work on. So I've been spinning the wheel, and I did, the first thing I spun was my Dragon of the Deeps, and this is the Dragon Dreams pattern, and it's been a while, I think, since I've shown this pattern. You guys, if you watch any of my paper crafting videos, you see that that dragons remind me of my son, and that mermaids remind me of my daughter. So in fact, I stitched my daughter a mermaid, and I haven't stitched my son a dragon yet, but I would like to do that. I think I'd like to do a Teresa Wensler dragon at some point. I know those are hard to get though, but those patterns. But anyway, I found this pattern, and I'm like, and we live near the beach, and I'm like, I have got to stitch this. And so this is going to be for me. And so I started this. This was a Mania start a couple years ago, and I hadn't been back to it in a while. So but it was the first thing that I spun, so I pulled it out, and this is how far I got. I think the last time you saw it, you guys, I had just this, and that's Krynick in the corner. So this is a navy blue Krynick, which is nice and sparkly, and then the sand dollar does have some back stitching on it, which I haven't done yet. And then so when I stitched on it this time, I finished that top border. I did go ahead and put this shell in, and I was just going to completely finish the top, but then I still had this navy blue on my needle, so I went ahead and started the side border. And then the next thing, and I've had so much fun stitching this, you guys, I kind of wanted to keep going on it, but the next thing I'm going to do is, like I said, finish the top, and this this light blue, the dark blue that you see here is the Krynick, And then this lighter color that you see is actually a Karen Water Lily silk. And so I was a little bit concerned, and there's tons of beads on here too. There's also beading. Now, you guys, I'm kind of famous for changing the count of the fabric, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all the beads in, because I went down, this was originally stitched on 28 count, and I went down to, this is 16 count Water Lily Ada. And now, you guys, I kind of wish I would have used something, a hand-dyed fabric, and maybe not Ada, but I wasn't stitching on anything but Ada, I don't think, when I started this, or really new to even weaves. So anyway, but that's where I am. And the next thing I'm going to do, I think, is finish the border. And I don't know, I've been stitching this in hand, but I don't know if I'm going to, sorry you guys, the ice cream truck is going by and it's playing a Christmas song. So, but anyways, I am going to finish up the top border with the back stitching and all of this, and I'm probably not going to do any beading until I decide whether or not, it's kind of a big piece to stitch in hand, so I might decide I want to put it on a Q-snap or in a frame. So that's why I think I'm going to bead at the end. It's not heavy beading, so I think I'm going to wait and bead at the end. But anyway, but I've really been enjoying this, and so that's where I am on that. And like I said, this one is just for me. This is my first Krynic, and the first time I'll ever use Karen Water Lilies. I have some Belsois silks that I have a project going in, but this will be my first Karen Water Lilies. And then in my last video, I actually haven't worked on this one in a while, but in my last video, I had forgotten to pull this one out to show you. So this is a Dimensions kit of 6 ornaments, and this is what I stitched on really in December. I wanted to do, I really like seasonal stitching, and so in December I wanted to work on something Christmassy and something small, and so I'm working on this ornament. And so I think, and this is where I got, I think when the last time I showed this in a video, because this was a Mania start as well, I just had, I think, his face and his cheeks, and I think some of this gray in the hat done. So I did all of the white and a lot of the red. I was really hoping to get to the little bluebird, but didn't quite get over there. But anyway, but these are no joke, you guys. These are, even though you're like, oh, they're ornaments, they're pretty much full coverage. And I really don't think, you guys, I'm going to do the borders, these borders. I think I'm just going to do the little scenes with the back stitching around the front. I don't know. I'll see when I get there, but like I said, these are no joke. So in terms of, I mean, it's just a lot more stitching than what they look like. And this is all just from the kit, the Ada and the threads. And then I finally have gotten back to my a Greyhound Year by the Blue Flower. And you guys, I'm stitching these call for, this is a one piece called for on 40 count fabric, and I am doing them individually on 28 count fabric, and so they're bigger. And my plan was for last year I was going to do one a month, and I did really well up through I think March or April, and then I got behind on May and then never started June. But I have been wanting to get back to them, and I didn't actually spin this on my wheel, but I just thought, you know, I kind of felt like starting something, and I'm like, I really don't need to start a new project, so I'm like, I'll start my June Greyhound. So I just started this like 2 days ago. So this is what the full pattern looks like, and like I said, I'm doing them individually, and I've shown them mostly in the called for, but I've shown them in my video before, and I'm all the way done through May, and so I just started June. Now June is, these are on linen, 28 count linen, and this is not the called for. The called for is, I think it's flax. I don't know, I didn't pull out the whole thing, but this is actually a this is kind of a light blue linen. So, and I don't know what it is, but anyway, so that's where I am on that. So I still have quite a ways to go. I need to put in this little, it almost looks like a quilt square, and then there's a watermelon you can see here, and a watermelon vine, and then it's got a brown Greyhound with a bandana on. So, so I started that, and I've just been working on that, which has been fun. And then the other thing that I am trying to work on, this is the gift that I was talking about, and this is a wedding gift I'm making for my niece. And so this is, I hope that's not too much glare. This is Silver Creek Samplings. And what's it called? It's called Forever Love. So I am working on this. I am changing it a little bit. I am doing this on Ada instead of linen, and this Ada is really pretty, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's actually a printed Ada that it has just real soft kind of taupey modeling. And then this is where I am on it. So, but some of the changes that I'm going to make are, I'm not going to put in these birds. These birds to me look like ducks, and I just don't. Wedding ducks are just, I don't know. They're just not. I think they're supposed to be doves, but they don't look like doves to me. So I'm going to take those out, and I'm going to put in, I think, some more hearts. I think I'm going to do 2 of these little hearts here, and one of these kind of elongated hearts down here. And then I wasn't going to do this full coverage stitching here initially, but I think I am now. And I'm going to put in their initials, of course, and the year, because they're getting married in 2021 in October. And then I'm actually subbing out the floss on the wedding rings for a sparkly floss. And I've actually chosen, let me see if I have it. I bought a bunch of different ones because I didn't know what one I would want to be using. So I can show you what I got and then what I decided on. So, and I had to kind of go, you guys, with what I had at my craft stores. I don't have an LNS, so these might be terrible flosses, but these are the flosses that I picked out. These 2 are Artiste, which is, I think, the Hobby Lobby brand, and this one is a DMC Diamant. So, but you guys, I'm going to go with this one that's called, what's it called? Metallic Pearl, which is kind of a champagne gold. And my niece, you guys, is an interior designer, and she loves neutrals. I mean, I can hardly get her to put color in anything. I mean, her designs are beautiful, but so I'm going to do the wedding rings in this, and the hearts that I'm adding, I'm also going to do in this. And then like I said, the wedding rings, and potentially, I'm not sure what color I'm going to do their initials in, but that is what I'm going to add in for a bit of sparkle and a little bit of gold shine. And then my thought, you guys, on framing this, because I will have it professionally framed since it's a gift, I'm going to have it framed in a neutral, like a taupey brown, probably to bring out this floss. This floss is gorgeous, this color. And then I'm going to probably use have it framed in a like a champagne gold frame. So so that's kind of my thought there. But so I'm coming along on this. It's not very big. I'm making this a little bit bigger than recommended since it's a wedding gift. But I mean, this is the edge here, and then it will come down, I don't know, to about here, I think, with that kind of pinkish bar in the bottom. So, but yeah, so that, I'm sorry, the kittens are throwing themselves at the door to get in. But anyway, so that is my gift for her, and so I've been working on that. So there's that. I also have been making some needle minders, and so I bought some magnets a while back, and then I just started buying some of these little cabochons, or these little flat back little resin pieces, and so here's some that I made. I just have packaged them on, this is a Project Life card used in paper crafting. So there's those, and these are very similar. But I've made a million of them, so I'm going to start gifting them to people. But this is what I've been buying, you guys, things like this on Amazon. So this is just the little flat back little goodies that you can just glue a magnet to, and then you have needle minders. So super cute. They're kind of 3D, and these are nice. They're plastic, so they're nice and lightweight. So I've been making those. Let's see. Oh, now they're all sticking together. What else? I said in my last video, you guys, I was going to start a Dimensions Gold Petite for every season, and I haven't done that yet. Simply because like I said, I've sort of fallen in love with my WIPS again, and by using the the Tiny Decisions app, so I didn't get these started. I was going to start one. In fact, I was going to start this one since I'm a kitten mommy now. I was going to start this one for spring, and now we're, spring is like over, so or getting close to being over here in the northern hemisphere. But this was the one I chose for spring. I chose this one for summer, which I've had for a while, the Patriotic Angel. I chose this one for fall. I didn't really find a lot of good ones for fall, but this one, the trees actually look kind of fall in the sky. So I chose this one for fall, and this is the Beacon at Daybreak. And then for Christmas, this is the one that kind of got it all started. I was watching Stitching Farmer, and she's working on this one, and it's turning out really pretty. So, and I live near the beach, so I'm like, I want that one for Christmas. So I got that one. But like I said, I haven't started them yet. And some of these I had, some of these I just bought. So that's, I guess, a little bit of haul. Something else haul-wise that I wanted to show is that I've decided I'm going to go ahead and stitch the Satsuma Street, the Be Well and Stitch free pattern. So I just went the other day and got all the floss, and if you haven't seen that pattern, this is what it looks like. So I just thought it's just in the mood for something that was just super colorful and springy, so I may get that one started. I haven't chosen a fabric yet, but I'll probably do something kind of neutral like she's got there, but anyway, I'm going to start that one, and so I went and got all the floss for it. I also purchased some more of these, of those mesh bags off of Amazon, so I need to get that one in a bag. And then, you guys, one of the other things I wanted to show you is that this is also kind of part of haul. Well, let's see, I got the April just cross stitch. So unfortunately, there's not a ton in here that I really want to stitch, but I did go ahead and get it, and maybe I'll start something in there, I don't know. But you guys, at the Dollar Tree, I know a lot of us are finishing with pillows and putting pom-pom trim and chenille on the edge, and the Dollar Tree this spring has had these dollar skeins of chenille, and so I got all 8 colors. I don't know, there may have been more than 8, but I purchased these, and you guys, I mean, they're $1. It's probably not the best quality chenille ever, but it's super soft, and I think it'll be, especially if you double it up, I think it will be fine for edging like little pillows and things. So they had, Kitty was chewing on this one, but and you guys, this is the color of my kitten. So this is what my kittens look like. But anyway, so I just wanted to encourage you, if you like to finish in pillows and you are interested in finishing in chenille, I have no clue how this compares to like Lady Duck Creates. I'm sure hers is much nicer, but they do have this at the Dollar Tree right now, and I thought, well, heck, that's a heck of a deal. It's 60 meters, 65 yards in each skein. So I mean, that's a lot of chenille. So anyway, and these pretty spring colors. So I got those, and then the last thing I wanted to talk about in this floss tube is another project. This isn't cross stitch, but this is a kind of a labor of love / repair / embroidery, felting / I've gone down a rabbit hole. So you guys, these are our Christmas stockings. And they are super sad. In fact, my husband's is probably the best one. My mom made these, and I helped her years ago. And in fact, we made this one I made for my husband when we were dating. He's an electronic technician, and my mom crocheted these, which you can see this is coming off, which I'm going to take it off. But he was also a football player in high school, and you can see the glue on here where all the sequins have come off, and this must be the year I made it, in 1986. But anyway, so this is my husband's, and it's got, I don't know, I think there was probably something glued up here too, but these are made out of corduroy. So there's that one. This is my son's, and it is got glue blobs on it, which I don't even know what was on here. This little everything's glued on. This is actually a little pin, and then here's that crocheted top that my mom did. This is mine, and you guys, my aunt made this for me when I was a little girl, and it's got a little hole in it. I mean, it's, you know, but this is it. But I've still been using this one for years. And then look at my daughter's. It is just pitiful. I think this was Holly up here. I'm not sure. The bells aren't too bad, but her name has come apart here. I think one of our dogs, when there was like candy in this, I think one of the dogs got to it. So my plan, one of the things I'm going to be working on next is refurbishing the Christmas stockings. So I'm going to take off whatever's loose and damaged. I'm going to save these. I'm going to launder them. I'll probably wash them all by hand because you guys, honestly, I don't know if they've ever been washed. But I'm going to launder them, and then I'm going to sort of refurbish them. And so to refurbish them, I was kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I wanted to stick kind of with felt and sequins. And so I started looking online, and I came across the plaid, the Bucilla stocking kits by Plaid. And so so I ended up, and I thought, well, gosh, this is kind of everything in one bag. So I bought this kit, and these are not very expensive. They're about anywhere from $15 to like $25, and they have everything in there. And I went ahead and chose this one. Comes with everything: the floss, the needle, the sequins, the beads, the felt. Doesn't have the fiber fill in it because some of these things are stuffed. But I'm not planning to make this stocking. What I'm planning to do is use some elements from it to put on the stockings that we already have. So I'm going to make the candy canes, and I think each kid's going to get a candy cane. The doll, I think I'm going to put on my daughter's. The train, my son actually, my son and I both graduated from Purdue University, which is, the mascot is a train. So I'm going to make the train to put on his stocking, and then my husband's a drummer, so I'm going to make the drum and some of these other elements. But my plan is to not actually make this whole stocking, but to use some of the elements from it to spread over the other four. But so I started watching tutorials, you guys, on people making these Bucilla stockings, and now I kind of want to make one. So I bought a couple more kits just to give them a try. I got this one with the train because, again, I was thinking this might be a nice alternative for my son's stocking, so I got that one. And then I also got this one. My husband used to have a red truck, and so I got this one too. And I think I'm going to start with this one because this one is the most simple. I think it has less pieces, and I've never really embroidered or appliqued before, so so this is going to be new. But I went ahead and kind of went down that rabbit hole. There's a few other kits that I want, but I'm going to try one of these first and see if I like it before I buy any more. But anyway, so that is my next big project. I've got all these pretty colors. So, yeah, so that is my next project, and that's about all I have for you today. I hope you are all doing well, and that you're staying healthy, and that you're getting vaccinated if you have the opportunity. And I hope you are all enjoying all your stitching and crafting. Have a great day. Bye.